Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome. My name's Terry, holding your space. And we have a special afternoon show here today with Kaylee from Woo Woo Wonderment and
Hello.
Karen, also known as Care Bear.
Hi.
So, uh-oh, that's my bad, you guys.
What?
So, there we go. Okay, got it. Got it. That was my bad. That was like I do that every once in a while. What can I say? Okay. So anyway, welcome. And we're so glad to have you guys here. Teresa, it's working okay? Good. Thank you. Yeah, the sound. I never know. And I had my YouTube still on. So my bad. My bad.
I couldn't see the comments just then. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, Teresa Ford. Hey, Julie. Good to see you. Millie's here. Paul, hello.
Hi.
Paul had a mediumship question, but I think we'll wait till later on this afternoon or this evening. Paul, if you want to come on, Allie at Heart and Soul Connected at 8, we're going to do a dream show, but all of those people are actually incredible mediums.
Yes.
And then tomorrow I'll be on with Mark Atha, who's, again, another incredible medium. Hey, Lori, how are you? And Richie's Reach is here. Everybody's coming in. Linda Kennedy with the beautiful picture. I love that. So anyway, so we were talking about, we see each other all the time in chat and we see each other, in meditation and whatnot. But it's so nice to see you guys in person almost. I always call this in person, though it's not really.
Close as we can get.
Yeah.
Face to face.
Right? Yeah. Yeah. And I know why I wanted that open, because I wanted to talk about your channels. And so Karen is a full-time mother of 3 children, a son and twin toddler girls. She has a bachelor's in English from the University of South Carolina, Columbia, and graduated cum laude. Wow. Nice. Gemini sun. So you either just had a birthday or you're having a birthday.
Next month. I'll be 44.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. My daughter too. She's a Gemini too. There's so many Geminis here. I can't believe it. Taurus moon and rising Cancer. Take a journey with her as she explores tarot, miscellaneous esoteric subjects together. She's inspired by tarot and divination. And Kaylee at Woo Woo Wonderment is she's here to bring us readings, deck flips, woo-woo themed books and movie reviews, poetry and art inspired, and poetry and art inspired by tarot and oracle. And chats and fun. And there was you guys had written me some beautiful bios, and I'm sorry.
All good.
They're somewhere on my phone.
Good.
Yeah. I'm about to not be a full-time mother. I mean, I'm going to be a mother still. I don't mean like that. But I am returning back to the workforce after being out for 8 years raising children. So yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
Exciting. What an exciting thing to do.
It is. I'm excited about, I'm going to be a payroll specialist for the hospital. And they have our offices in this old mill that they restored.
Wow.
Gorgeous. I'm like, wow, this is so nice. There's windows everywhere.
Ooh,
so that's going to be, and the people are really nice. It's, it's a paycheck. It pays well.
Yep.
This is my passion. So
yeah. I always liked going to the hospital. This is weird about me, but when I would go, they were always helping people. Mm-hmm. And they were so kind-hearted. I mean, we always had a great experience. My husband had cancer. I took care of my dad and my stepmom quite a bit. And it was like, it was a joy to go there. And I kept applying for jobs there, but I had my own company. So it was kind of silly because we had a family company. And actually I wound up just spending more time there, but I would have loved it. So, yeah. Hey, Amanda Carroll's here. Let's see. Mr. Floyd, Channelings. Hey, how are you doing? And Lauren's here. Yeah, it sounds like wonderful energies for the new job, right?
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yes, yeah.
yeah, Amanda's here. Blessings, Fatima, and
Yes.
everybody.
Fatima's so sweet.
Yeah. So, Kaylee, do you want to start telling us about yourself and your channel and
Yeah,
poetry?
sure. I was gonna say read off my little bio. I'll try to remember everything that I put in it, but I guess so, since we were talking about 3D day jobs, so my day job, I register cattle. So I actually kind of give them a birth certificate is what I do. It's all data entry, desk work. But definitely didn't see that as a job when I was going to university. I went to university actually to do veterinary medicine, and roundabout way didn't end up doing that. And then as far as the channel goes, so I actually did a live yesterday. It's now posted on my channel. I did it with Jennifer at My Holistic Self. We talked about human design, specifically projectors, since her and I are both that energy type. So that's up there if you want to watch. I would appreciate if you would, go and watch that and leave a comment if you like. Biggest, I guess, change for me recently is I got my master's in my Reiki and Aqualead. So I'm a master in both of those. Thanks. So I'm actually hoping to incorporate that into the channel. I'm hoping to maybe have some times where I can hop on and do healings for people, or at least like a group collective healing. And maybe team up with some people and do that. That would be fun too. But yeah, I'm busy just kind of exploring this. I'm only kind of a year into my journey. It was a year in April that I really just started kind of on this path. I mean, I've been intuitive my entire life. Like I've known it, but it wasn't like I focused on it at all. So yeah, just within the last year, and it's just everything the universe provides, everything's just come to me that I've needed. And the channel's part of that, I think, because I'm really loving it. I'm really enjoying it. It's bringing so many amazing people and opportunities my way. So
that's great. That's great. Yeah. I think we're seeing more and more that that people are awakening and remembering their gifts, and it doesn't really matter anymore if you've been doing it for 30 years or for 1 year. It's like the gift is there, and it's this energy that's coming in is so pervasive. And it's just amazing. Yeah. I love that you're doing that. That's what happened to me too. I couldn't stop talking in the chat. And I'm like, this is embarrassing. I've got to start a channel. So,
well, for me, it started actually with a health issue. I exhausted everything. I'd exhausted, like I gone to doctors. They couldn't find anything wrong. Like they'd done like scopes and biopsies and everything. I was having issues with like my throat. Going back almost 10 years at this point. And the only thing I hadn't tried was the spiritual side of things. And so a friend of mine did Reiki on me, and it helped the symptoms a bit. And she's like, well, I only have my level 2. You should maybe go see somebody that's more experienced. And so that's how I ended up getting in contact with Tanis, who's now, my teacher, as well as a friend. And actually, I had the opportunity to do a crystal bath at my last session. And I had an entire week where I had no symptoms at all.
Wow. So do you feel like that was because you weren't using your voice?
Oh, it's 100% that, because I've started to do a little bit of channeling. And when I do the channeling, is 2 to 3 days after the channeling, I have no symptoms. So it's all connected.
That's incredible.
That's really common, I think, for intuitives, or if you're in a relationship and you're not using your voice for some reason, to have throat problems or something. And good for you that you found it out, because that's a big hop, from not being able to say something to having your own channel and channeling. That's really impressive. Yeah, impressive. So, Karen, would you like to tell us a little bit about yourself today?
Sure. My journey, there's, of course, several phases of my journey, but the one where I really started tapping into tarot learning, and my studies with astrology really, oh gosh, maybe 2020 started, towards the end of 2020. Had some low points happening in my personal life, and I was finding, the tarot to be a place of solace, to go to, and I just started falling in love with the decks, and eventually, hopping on YouTube here and there. Eventually, I got into this wonderful community. So, it was quite a few years here, and I found a home here. I love it. I love everybody in this community so much. It's a special space that we share together, and I don't see anything quite like it across any other part of YouTube. How everybody's so supportive, and that's just amazing. I was an English major, so I do love poetry, but I'm a Gemini, so I kind of dip in and out of things. I was singing for a while, and so, but I get stage fright singing. It's really hard to control that, and with having children, it's not really, young children. I can't just be going out and performing and stuff. I've got to have some balance with them. So I just love, on my channel, I right now am mainly focusing on the Tarot of the Abyss and trying to write a poem for every card in that deck right now, and
Wow.
putting them across as I can. There's no rhyme or reason. And I have guested a lot on channels recently, and I just enjoy that. I love a good chat, and getting to interact with all of you. And I'm studying astrology pretty intensely right now, and I'm hoping to be finished with that in November. So, but that's pretty much it.
Wow.
You'll see some more astrology soon pop out on my channel. I'm starting to integrate that more. So
I love
thank
that.
you.
Those cards, the Abyss, or is it Isis, or which cards?
Tarot of the Abyss. Here, I have the deck box with me, by Anna Torian.
Yeah, Jane, I think
She's
Wow.
an amazing author. Amazing. She does the art and writes the book. I mean, she's all hands in, and just the artwork on these cards is just stunning. There's no color, but I don't need the color. Like, it speaks to me. Yeah, it's my soul deck.
Oh, I love that. So that's interesting. I've been hearing that a lot, and from Spirit, the Abyss, a lot about it. And I think that's, sometimes when you Google that, that's like supposed to be kind of a scary place, but it's the in between, isn't it?
Yeah, it doesn't have to be.
Yeah, it's such a powerful place.
I think anything that's unknown, there's a level of fear and sometimes apprehension. It's just being able to jump in and have the faith to trust,
right,
and go with it. Yeah,
it's amazing. Well, I love that you're doing that, and I love that you're singing. And everybody's saying, Julie's saying, keep singing. It's the best thing ever. Sing your poetry.
Yes, I do. I sing around the house all the time, whether people want to hear it or not. So thank you. Yeah.
And singing does really raise your vibration, doesn't it?
It does. It
does. Yeah.
Good stress relief.
It is, isn't it? And I'm such a horrible mom. I used to tell my daughter, we're dancers, we're not singers, and she's a singer now. She loves to sing, and she does open mic, but I'll go sometimes with some groups and sing, and it does raise your vibration, even though I can't carry a tune. It's the most beautiful thing in art, right? Oh, good. Yes. Hey, hugger greeter, how are you, Teresa? The Teresas are pulling in, and Hypnicity's here.
Thank you.
Yeah. And it's thanks for subbing. And please sub to
Thank
everybody.
you.
And your channels are all in the description below.
Appreciate that.
So singing also unbinds your aura. Ooh, Julie, I like that. Nice. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, this is really interesting. Millie says, I've been learning more about creation coming from the abyss where the primordial mother creates.
Wow.
Oh,
I like that.
please, Millie. I love that.
Yes.
Yeah. That's so beautiful. It really does feel like that, doesn't it? It feels like that primordial sound or primordial frequency is so powerful. They say there's, in the Vedas, there's like 108 sounds or mantras within the primordial sound.
There's
Or
just things you
creation.
can't express unless it, the same way that you can through music.
Right. And they don't
Yeah.
mean anything, those mantras. They don't mean anything. They're just a vibration,
They
which I
mean,
think is like, whoa.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But they really, you can feel the meaning, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's exciting stuff. Yeah.
it's really
Oh,
cool.
I love that hypnoticity. The angels like to hear our voices. They do. Angels are they're sing-song, aren't they?
Hmm.
Yeah. There's a couple. They're quite interesting. They've written quite a few books on the divine feminine, and they have cards and whatnot. And you guys have seen me pull them before. I can't remember their names. One's a doctor, and the other one, I think his name is Cullen. Anyway, but they channel the Palladians, and they channel as a couple, and they come in through him, and she has to say it, but she has to be touching him, because they say his voice isn't sing-song enough. That they
Huh.
like her voice, and it's really interesting. Anyway, sorry, that's another
Wow.
hole that I went down. Amanda says, I love to sing. I was singing in my kitchen Saturday night and I couldn't sleep. I was so high on singing.
I love to dance in my kitchen too.
Hello. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's good for you.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Kitchen dance parties.
Mhm.
I'll just dance in front of my girls while
Yeah.
they're sitting in their high chairs, like looking at me, like, yeah.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun.
It is. And it's good for them to see you, don't you think? I mean,
Yeah.
especially when they're
I love
20.
it when they start clapping. Oh, that's so
Oh,
cute.
that is so sweet. Yeah. Millie says it's so raw, those sounds, like the dragon language. It moves me. Feel it in my soul.
Oh,
Yeah.
the dragon language.
Yeah. Yeah. So amazing. Hey, Marby. So, do we want to read any poetry today? Yeah. I hope you will, Karen. Yeah, I'd love
Well, I
it.
was actually
Kaylee.
taking, I don't know if you were seeing that, but I was taking, you guys can do what you're doing because I took what Millie said and I wrote down the keywords and I'm now just trying to write something. So
Oh, I love that. I love that. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
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 so somebody
want
was
me to
itching
do it,
at me to
or are you
write.
going?
So
Okay, you need time to write. Okay, gotcha. I can give you
I
that.
need time. Yeah. Almost done.
Yeah,
but
I
need
just
time.
brought things I already wrote. I had wanted to write something special, and I kept like starting, and it didn't get finished for this time. So, but for those of you been on my channel, this was the very first poem that I shared, and it's really special to me. It's called "Honor Your Fire," and it's based on this card, the Queen of Wands in the tarot, and the Queen of Wands really. Here she's tending a fire, making sure that it doesn't go out. And I really looked at that and I felt like that was something that I was trying to resurrect in myself, that I needed to create and share, whether or not anybody takes to it or not. It doesn't matter. It's just something that my soul needed to do because I didn't feel very alive inside. And that was spilling over into the rest of my life. So this is really kind of a call to find your inner fire and be the goddesses that you are and create. Don't let fear hold you back. All right. Honor your fire the inner spirit that flickers in the ethers. Stoke the flame that urges inspired action. Time is fleeting. Let your light emerge above the horizon. Revere the dreams and visions locked within. Let them be seen, touched, smelled, heard, and even tasted. Birth your ideas into existence. Thoughts remain intangible without the passionate will to manifest. Creation is courageous and bright, vital as the sun's light is to our survival. This sacred flame is a divine gift within us all. Mother this elemental power with unconditional love and respect. Nurture and protect it like a child. Embrace and guard this heat safely. Don't let it spread and wander wild like an inferno. Neglect the fiery spark of life, and it dwindles to a mere ember, dormant until it fades into oblivion. Honor your fire with a steadfast will in hand. Rule it with grace and wear its warm golden crown with appreciation. Honor your fire and the fire of others. Don't shine too bright as to dim another's light, nor be a passive onlooker content to do nothing. Whether it be art, music, math, writing, cooking, gardening, architecture, science, whatever it may be, you possess a skill to create. Honor your fire today so your legacy remains long after the ashes fly away. That's my call to action for you all.
That is so beautiful. Oh my gosh, Karen, I love that. I love that in so many ways. That
Thank you.
bringing in your senses and the ember. It's just.
I was really thinking about the stuff I was learning in astrology too. We were, studying the elements at their core and really thinking about them, and that really has carried over into how I've been thinking about my court cards and all kinds of cards, thinking about how those energies work and interact, and just how delicate and strong fire can be all at once.
Yeah, it's such a purification, isn't it?
It is. It does purify, and it totally does. It can purify and take away things, but also, it's delicate when it sparks. That first spark, you got to have the right balance of, not too much, not too little. And I just love that the Queen of Wands, she's just there holding it, and she's so, this that crown and everything. She seems really relatable too, like down to earth. Like you could just approach her, and she's just, sitting there tending the fire. I love that. I think it's a wonderful interpretation of that card.
Yeah, I love those cards. Her hair in that picture too.
Hey, girls, yeah.
Relatable.
The wild. I love that. Yeah.
I've been seeing a lot of that in visions, that the hairs that are like antennas that come out and just kind of live on their own and connect to the frequencies.
Yeah.
But
they say your hair can be sensitive too. Some people talk about wearing things to cover to protect their crown energy.
The hajim. Yeah, that's beautiful. I always think that's so mysterious and beautiful. Yeah. I love that.
Well, thank you for letting me share.
Oh my God, that was amazing. Everything. Wow, wonderful. Oh, Karen, that was wonderful.
Thank you.
Lori says full body goosebumps. Julie loves it. Nancy.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, Linda, everybody is in love with it.
Thank you. That one is truly from my heart.
Yeah. Hypnicity says Native American tribes believe hair is very important. Right? And Asian too. When you go to the East, all the women have long hair. As a Sag rising, I love that, Millie says. Yeah,
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
beautiful. Yeah, Paul loved it too. Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Everybody's loving it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, Kaylee. Yeah, no pressure.
So
It's wonderful.
I have Millie's poem done, and then So I have the spur of the moment one, and then I have one that I wrote a little bit while back that I have like a screenshot of that I'll read as well. It's just very short.
Okay.
So for Millie, for her poem, so I wrote down abyss, primordial, creation, and mother were the kind of keywords that kind of popped out at me. So from the abyss comes forth the cry, be free, my children, go forth and fly. Creation yawns before you open, mother's arms offering a token. Grow young ones, like trees grow strong. Find your place, for you all belong.
Wow.
Wow.
You just did that. That's so good.
Yeah, and like the 2 minutes. Or whatever.
That's amazing. That's really amazing.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then the other one I have is a poem about abundance. So I thought it was a good one to share with everybody. So it says, I manifest what's meant for me. Abundance, yes, but not the type that grows on trees. While money's nice, it's more than that. It's soul deep abundance. Roll out the welcome mat. Friends amassed, the authentic kind. Family close, gratitude you'll find. Looking within for that lost spark, like the piece of land to Noah's Ark. A warm place to sleep, full belly and heart. Each of these things plays an integral part. Abundance can make a lot out of a little, if only you dare to solve its riddle.
Oh,
Dang, girl. That's amazing.
awesome.
I
That is
love
awesome.
that. I love
Yeah.
So do you feel like
Thank
you're
you.
channeling, Kaylee, when you do those?
Yeah, like I'm reading both of those. I was getting chills as I was reading them, but the one especially like for Millie, where I saw the words and I'm like, there's just that nag
Yeah.
at the
Yeah.
back of my head. I'm like, I gotta write.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so yeah, I kind
Absolutely.
of just have to go with it.
Yeah. It's and it almost doesn't sound like your voice. You know what I mean? Do you feel like that when you're writing it? Like it sounds like
Yeah.
not that it's not your voice,
Mhm.
but that it's channeled from like a different connotation
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
rhythm.
Yeah. I get lost a lot,
Yes.
reading it
And-
too.
And currently,
In a good way.
right. Yeah, and I mean, right lately when I have been channeling, I do find it like easier to write than speak it because it stops, like the thinking mind can't step in. It just goes
Yes.
straight to the paper. Like it doesn't have to try and get the brain to talk to the mouth. It just goes.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's a really good point. I forget sometimes that people don't know what I'm thinking, you know, because we're so intuitive in this group, and it's like waiting for your mouth to catch up with your spirit is like not always easy. Yeah,
Absolutely. It's like that's a
Well-
problem. My thoughts and my mouth, can't keep
Yeah.
up sometimes.
yeah. Teresa says higher self stuff, definitely, right? Amazing. Yeah.
I had a short one I could share. I just did on my channel. The star card. Yeah, I just love like her wild hair and how she's just reaching up into the heavens. She's clothed in this one. She's not like the naked lady star card, which, the nakedness is just showing that you are whole within yourself and comfortable to be as you are. So, and the interesting thing, I was studying some about the star card in general, and I was reading something where in the original Rider-Waite, pouring water, some in the pool and some to the earth. If you think of it like say she represents Hecate and being that bridge between Earth and the heavens to help and aid and be there for you. They said she was like the only one there for, I'm trying to remember the person that she was there for when they lost their daughter, and she was the only one who was there to help. Everybody else was maybe too fearful of the other gods.
Yeah.
And that really resonated with me to add on that. Of course, there's hope and that, healing after, the tower falls, that kind of thing. So I just really felt that, but also really this kind of brings back childhood memories of like reaching up for the stars and like making wishes and kind of this poem kind of like ties that in, but there's like a depth of healing from something that was painful as well. So anyways, I'll hold this up while I read it so you'll have a visual.
It's beautiful.
All right. The star. Have you ever tried to touch a star, reaching, stretching, and plucking it from the sky? How does the cosmic nightscape appear where you are? Do we make the same wishes, imagine the same dreams? So far apart, yet close in heart, silent hope expands the horizon. Only the distant waters connect us in the broken bond. Healing the fractures, time torn to shreds. Then like confetti, memories scatter into oblivion, swallowed up by the dawning of the sun. I forgot to mention too, I just kind of like pictured taking those worries and just giving them over to the divine. And I just pictured all the stars like a bunch of confetti, just like let it go. And the sun, brings a new day, and it's always darkest before the dawn, and the sun just kind of swallowing the stars whole, but the stars really gave you the light and the guidance that you needed during that dark time. So anyways.
Wow, that is powerful. Yeah, definitely. The sun, the moon, and the stars is a Buddhist sutra. That's my one and only tattoo.
I love that.
But I love that because it is, what does Rumi say? Darkness is the place is the hole the light shines through.
Yes.
But that's amazing. That's beautiful. And it's I love that you guys have such different styles, right? And it's so interesting because we all do. We read differently than each other. We create differently than each other, and it's a beautiful thing. Yeah.
And I even see like differences in my own voice from time to time, capturing just those different aspects of what you want to share and create. So sometimes I just see different pieces of me in my writings. Yeah.
Oh, it's 3:33, Hypnicity says.
Ooh.
Of course it is. Why wouldn't it be?
Out on the West Coast.
Yeah, West Coast. Yeah. Ooh, Millie, 6:33:66. I love that. Well, those are beautiful, you guys. I love that.
Thank you.
Do you have any favorite poets that you like, Kaylee? Or
put me on the spot. Like I don't have any in particular that come to mind, but I mean I grew up having poetry. My mother wrote poetry, so I think I kind of get the bug from her. But I can't think of anybody like specifically other than trying to remember his name. He wrote a bunch of like children's books where it was like the illustrations, and then I think his last name begins with an S. But it was like
Dr.
No.
I didn't think that was that. I was like, that's what I can think of.
Yeah.
Oh, Silverstein.
Let me Google it.
Shel Silverstein.
Yes, yeah. I think that's who
Okay.
it
I
is.
love him.
Yeah. The Giving
Love
Tree. I love that book.
Here, let me see if I can find it, because there's a specific book. Of course, I can picture the book in my head, and of course I can't think of. Give me 2 seconds because I know the name of the book. There we go. Yes, yeah. So this is the one I remember from like a childhood.
Oh God,
Oh,
yeah.
right. Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So I grew up with like those books, for example. So yeah, I'd say like I definitely not necessarily classic poetry, but that creative poetry.
Yeah. Yeah. I love that. Yeah.
I
And
love all styles.
right. I do too.
Yeah.
And I was always drawn to the kids stuff and especially the young adult. I always loved the silliness of Captain Underpants and,
Yeah. So there's a
and
purity in it too. Yeah.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, there is. There is.
Yeah, no rules necessarily apply.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Really interesting. Aw.
It's fun
Julie.
reading them as an adult with my children now and seeing like the different perspective. And I'm like, wow, there's some good messages in this
Right,
stuff.
Yeah. 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 Where the sidewalk ends, Millie says. Yeah. Yeah. Those were great. Those were great. What about you, Karen? Any favorite poets?
I mean, I did study a lot of like classical stuff. I do love T.S. Eliot
Yeah.
and Yeats and Shelley and Keats, and also did I already say Sylvia Plath? I just read her only novel, which was amazing, The Bell Jar, and I was blown away. I didn't really know a lot about her. Didn't know she had a small novel. I really just thought that was a collection of poems or something. I had no idea. So I was like really blown away. And I read it like in no time. It's not very long and it's very intense, and it goes into like a reflection of her struggles with depression. And I do like a lot of female writers that I've been turning to that's not so much as poetry, but like Shirley Jackson, and kind of going in all of these. She's funny. She's really funny. She was a housewife for a while with all these crazy kids, and she was trying to write her books. And I really just resonated with that. And she's a very smart writer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
And Charlotte Bronte's Wuthering Heights is probably my favorite book.
Oh my God. Right.
Heathcliff. Yeah. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
So just a little bit of drama there.
A little melancholy.
Yeah. Lisa Ford says, I love children's literature because it allows magic to dance on a dinner plate without raising an eyebrow.
Oh,
love
I
that.
that.
Love that.
Oh.
Amanda says, E.E. Cummings.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's just so many like that were just like leaving my mind's eye just then. Yeah. And I like discovering new people too.
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. Patti Smith was real big when I was quite young and coming up, and that was kind of like the, punk rock stuff. And it's hilarious because now my daughter's in love with her, and all things come back, don't they?
Yes.
But yeah, it's really good. Well, if anybody wants, we can pull a few cards today as well. So we're doing oracle cards and tarot cards, and Millie says the warrior. Yeah, right.
Yeah, the lottery was crazy. It was some of her lesser known things that I really was just blown away by. It's so funny.
Wow. Yeah. That's amazing. Do you feel like things are changing now as far as like that poetry has changed, or do you feel like it's a continuity? Like I feel like with the light coming in and the solar flares and all the energy coming in? Do you feel like your inspiration is changing?
We reflect the energy. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's something you don't even realize. Yeah.
Yeah. I love that. Love that. Yeah, it does seem like things are really getting pretty interesting with the arts, because I feel like if you're in the arts, you're connected, right? And you're connecting with that universal spirit or creator, whatever you want to call them, God,
Yeah.
goddess. And it really does. It's really special. Anyway, so we're going to read some oracle cards and some tarot cards here, people. And I've got a couple of them starred, so we can start with Hypnicity. It says, me, please. And we'll do those. So,
I need to shuffle a little bit. So,
oh, for sure.
Y'all mute.
Teresa says, being authentic is the new goal. Oh, yeah, being authentic is the new goal. The old rules no longer exist. Right, Teresa? Yeah. You never had it done. The cards, yes to me. LOL, never. What, Paul? Are you kidding me? Are you a newbie? I love that. That's amazing. Hypnicity, I got my copy of The Prophet when I was 17, and I still have it. Read from it often. Right? Yeah. I got my copy of the, the Bhagavad Gita when I was 15, and I still have it. And my daughter carried it to India with her. So, yeah, I love Cahill. I love him though, Cahill Gibran. Amazing. There's a movie out. It came out a few years back. You guys have probably seen it, but it's animated, and it's to his poetry. And they got like, I don't know how many different artists to do the animation, but they each do like a different little stanza of the poem or something. And it's really beautiful. So, oh yeah. KK, I gotcha. And, oh, I love this. Amanda Carroll and Amanda Carry-On. You guys are like sisters from another mother. It's hard to be authentic if you don't know who you are, right? Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah. It was really cool. Ooh. Oh, and I just lost who we were reading. And I know it's Hypnicity.
Hypnicity. Yeah.
So there we go. Do you want to go, Karen? Are you ready?
Yeah, I pulled mine for Hypnicity. Okay, so your goddess today is, and I'll just show you the card first. Frigid. I think this is beautiful. I love the fire and the flames that are up around her. She looks very angelic in that. The goddess of the eternal flame. And the affirmation for her is, I am an eternal flame, and each day my light grows brighter, which is the Queen of Wands to me. That I just literally is tending your inner fire and holding on to your creative passions and sharing and putting that out there. Don't let your fire die. And I got the Three of Wands, which is, yeah, I don't know if you're waiting for something to come back to you right now, or put something out there that you're waiting for a result on. Also, it can be, a sense of longing for something that you just can't put your finger on. But, don't let it flip over there. Tend your fire. And I've got the raven as your bird, as your divine feather message today.
Wow.
The universe is calling you to notice important synchronicities. So keep that in mind. There might be some inspiration there for you. Thank you. Hope that helps.
That's beautiful. Kaylee?
So I did mine a little differently. I pulled some cards and I actually ended up writing a little poem based on the cards. So the cards I got were light embodied, sapphire, which is spiritual truth, rhododendron, which is patience. I get this one all the time. And then I pulled one from the Healing Hands, which is your soul will find those you are meant to experience life with.
Whoa. That's
so those
amazing.
are the cards I got. And so the poem I got as a result of that is, light floats forward embodied in hope. Patience in the truth, spirits elope. Your soul will find those you are meant to meet, but for now, dear one, put up your feet.
Oh. I love that. I love that. Hypnicity. I hope you can take that. That's amazing. Yeah, relax, right? I get Ariane.
It'll come.
Yeah.
So we have to relax to get that fire back. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah, she says sweet. Yeah. The mistress of the labyrinth. So the only way out is through. And sometimes we are ready to just hide a little bit and not go through it. It's kind of hard when things come through, but like for both of you, right? I mean, it came through with poetry and singing your song and using your voice. I think it's beautiful. So, balanced perspective. I'm free to see with perfect clarity. So, yeah. And I love these cards. I love that you're using them, Karen.
Oh, yes. The artwork is phenomenal.
Yeah. Yeah. She's really beautiful. She's really beautiful. Okay. And next we have Fatima.
Okay.
I love Fatima's name.
I don't mind the sound of shuffling. I think there is a Fatima in here too, but spelled with an H at the end. Wouldn't that be cool?
Yeah.
They're sticking together. No. I know it was that one. And Fatima. Wow, that one just jumped out.
A jumper and a twofer.
Yes, I like that. I like the jumpers.
Oh, hey, Sharon Snipe. How are you? And Jezree's here. Everybody's coming in. Good to see y'all.
Oh. Okay, so I did not get Fatima. That would have been. I'm like, almost want to look at the bottom of the deck. I was like, ah. But of course, I got one that I cannot pronounce for the life of me.
Oh, some are really
I'm
hard.
just gonna go for it. Ishi Sokyo, Lady of the Lotus Born.
She's beautiful. Yeah, I love her.
She's beautiful. That light, and it makes me think of like ribbons when you dance with like the ribbons coming around. Like there's just this beautiful movement with the air and the light. And she's the Lady of the Lotus Born. Embodiment is the deepest bliss. My body was made for enlightenment, which is interesting. And we've got our Knight of Cups here. You just wanted to hop out, Fatima. I don't know. The Knight of Cups here, the sea in the background is just churning. And, he is balanced in his work, and his emotions are balanced in this space. And I feel like this is, coming back to know your deepest bliss and doing things that fill your heart with joy, to feel that, and to also know that you're beautiful. My body was made for enlightenment, because we've got this beautiful canary.
Wow.
Yes. And what they had canaries like in mines to help them know, like, if to alert like the workers, like if there was going to be like rocks falling or something. I'm pretty sure I've seen that somewhere.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm making
Yeah.
that up.
No, yeah, you're right. When the
Sometimes
coal
I
mine.
do. I don't
Yeah.
mean to. But the canary, step forward now and sing your song. There is power in finding your voice. So I'm just seeing this. I feel like it's like the trinity of bringing in your clarity and your voice and your heart, and really trying to focus on bringing that together, to take you through the times that you're going through right now. I've been thinking about you, so, and sending you much love, Fatima. Thank you.
Yeah. Beautiful. Beautiful. My grandmother always had a canary, and she always called him, no matter what sex they were Pretty Boy Pete.
You're welcome, Fatima.
Yeah.
You're welcome. You're beautiful. So
Yeah.
just remember that.
Really. Bit sad today, honey. Yeah. I'm sorry, Fatima. It feels like that's kind of the up and down that's everybody's going through. So lots of love. We surround you in energy.
Yes, the ocean of emotions. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Kaylee, have you written us another poem? I see you busy over there.
Yep.
You're good at that. I'm gonna have to have
Hard
like a whole
rhymes, but I
zone
think I
out.
got it. So the cards I got were and lapis lazuli, or luzi, however you want to pronounce it, which is realization. And then the other one I got says, courage arrives when you step over fear.
Wow. Beautiful picture. Beautiful. Yeah.
So the poem I got: protected by walls, safe but restricted. Open your eyes, child, let the dark be evicted. Realization will come to your gaze, step forward. Everything will come clear. Courage arrives when you step over fear.
Yay. We're gonna do the
Wow.
snaps.
Yeah.
Snap, snap, snap.
I love that. Yeah. That's so beautiful. That fear thing is like a big deal right now. And I think it's tied to loss and sometimes in scarcity or pain.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And
Yes.
and we're all kind of going through that growth spurt where the earth's giving us a new opportunity, or not necessarily the earth always, but the universe. Yeah, growth opportunities. So I love this for you too, Fatima. So I get one of my favorite cards in the deck, which is Kali. I love Kali. I've got her. She's on my altar. Kali is the mother of the universe. Some people are afraid of her, but there's nothing to fear. I release all that doesn't serve me. It's time to be the truth of who I am. So sometimes in those dark moments is when we find our beauty and our strength. And then this is you, beautiful Fatima, the angel emerging. Yeah. So your inner child. So I love that for you because you have such a sweet disposition, such a kind heart. So yeah.
That's beautiful.
All right. And then we have Paul, who has never had the cards read for him ever.
Oh, wow. How exciting.
I know it.
Ah.
And I just want to point out Sally's on the road, and she said a car just did a 360 on I-90. I hope you're okay, Sally, and you're safe. So just let us know when you get a chance. So.
Well, Paul, we all have a masculine and a feminine inside of us that needs to be balanced equally. So let's see what goddess wants to come out for you. Ooh, this one's interesting. She's probably one of my favorites, though. Super interesting. Let's see what she wants to tell you.
Oh, all the numbers are coming up. Somebody just had 555. That's what it was here too, Liz. Yeah. Or was it Willow? Yeah. Lori. Yeah.
Wow, this is interesting. Cool. You'll see what I mean when I show you cards. All right. Our divine feather friends. I love these cards because they have the feather pictures on the back, and then these beautiful, like, little illustrations on the front.
Those are beautiful.
So, yeah, and they're a dream to shuffle. They're just light and airy. Okay. Oh, you got my favorite one.
Oh,
Gosh,
Lord, Nish.
my
your
favorite.
favorite. Okay.
My favorite. Okay, this ties it all in together for me here. And it's so funny because I was just saying before this about uniting and balancing, like, your inner, I'm getting excited. This is funny. Your feminine and your masculine together. And I just love that you're here on this space getting your first read, and also, you know, like, just, I think that just shows a well balanced in both areas.
Right.
Our goddess here, she's the poetess Sappho, which is very interesting to me. Sappho was from the island Lesbos, and she wrote about loving both men and women, and she was unapologetic in you know, her, the poetry and things. She's like, what does it matter whether I love a man or a woman? They're all beautiful. And here it is. I love every inch of my body, and I love the women in my life fiercely. So I like that. It's really truly appreciating those parts of yourself, but also appreciating the women and influences around you, and balancing that out with one of the most masculine energies in the deck. I kid you not, is our emperor.
Wow.
Yeah. Absolutely. And I love this emperor. It kind of really gives me like those Viking Norse feelings. And, you know, I'm just really seeing this more of like just representing that divine masculine. And there is a soft side to the emperor. He shows it to his empress. And but, you know, you can, it doesn't really mean like a woman can be emperor, and it's not really about gender. It's just more about like the energies of projecting and balancing retraction, you know, like the sun and the moon, giving, taking, that kind of thing is the way I see it. And there's no better, like, okay, the Canadian goose, the goose is my favorite because I have a whole a bunch of goslings and everything, Canada geese that live in my backyard and my pond. And I'm seeing all their families grow, and they mate for life. The two come together, And we've got one that his wing is broken, but he waits every time for his lady to come back. And she comes back and they spend time together, but she still has to go. So, you know, you can be separate, but you're still like connected, like spiritually. And I just really see that like coming in together is really funny how that flowed. It says your dreams and desires are calling you to action. The journey begins today. So, yeah, I think just kind of thinking about archetypes and stuff. So,
Yeah. What a great balance, Paul. Nice reading. That's
yeah,
true. Yeah. Yeah.
that's some of my favorite cards.
Kaylee, have you written a novel?
I wrote
Oh,
a poem,
can't
but I
hear
was
you,
wondering
hon.
if Karen needed to go.
Oh gosh, I do. I've got
Oh, yeah.
astrology.
Oh, okay,
I
honey.
gotta go. I've got to learn. All right. Thank you, Paul. I really enjoyed that so much. Thank you. Thank you, Kaylee. You're awesome. Thanks, Terry. Bye, everybody.
Bye. See
Mwah.
you later,
Bye-bye.
Karen.
Bye.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, good. So it's just you and me, young
Yeah,
lady.
Karen has astrology class tonight, so she. Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah, that's okay.
So I pulled again from my favorite crystal deck. So I got Harmonize, so peach calcite.
One of my favorites.
And then I actually pulled from my animal deck. So I got Grow in Truth. So you talk about that Kundalini energy, right? I think that's almost like a perfect picture of that.
Yeah, it has all the chakra colors.
And then
in it,
Appreciate the Process.
Yeah. Wow. Those are amazing cards.
So what I got, yeah, I love the like the images. They're so like just the images on them are my favorite part. All right. So the poem I wrote, like the strings on a harp strum, harmonize with the earth, breathe as one. Grow in your truth, follow the star, appreciate the journey, for you will go far.
Oh, that's so
it's
sweet.
the journey, not the destination.
That is so hard to remember, isn't it? That we're here for the journey and not looking ahead or behind.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. Paul says, so good. That's great. That's awesome. I love that. So Paul, I pulled a few cards for you, Lord Ganesh. The first one is generosity. So recognizing all your gifts that you've been given. And this might be, and he's saying, so true, thank you, to you, Kaylee. So recognizing all your gifts that you've been given, you might have been over some mountains there, you might be on a journey, but definitely that things are coming in. And with perseverance, with all your energy that you've been working with, you get a full cup. So that generosity of spirit comes around fully. So I love, everybody's saying beautiful poem, Kaylee. Just beautiful. Just
Thank
beautiful.
you.
Yeah. Well, thank you for being here, Kaylee. That was fun.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah, that was fast. I can't believe it's already been an hour. So, yeah, Teresa Ford's asking, how was that?
I think I saw
Paul?
a couple people say, we'll just have to come back again. So.
Yeah, definitely come back. Yeah, Paul, you even got a poem written for your cards. Quite rare, Paul. I don't know if you know that or not, but that doesn't happen very often here. So yeah, Paul's saying thank you, and it was amazing. Glad you liked it. Yeah. Well, thank you all for being here so much and joining us. And we will see you soon around the tube. And what do you have coming up, Kaylee? Anything this week?
So my next, not this week, no. I'm only posting videos every 2 weeks because I still have my full-time 9-to-5 job that I'm having to balance with everything. So the next live will be on the 10th of June, and there's a video already up, so you can set the notification. And we don't have a topic yet, but there's a couple that are brewing in my head, so I'll be posting that probably soon and updating that.
Well, I love that you're doing this. I think you're amazing and you're so gifted. And I see you channeling all this. So I don't know what it's going to look like, but I love your cards. Kaylee also makes her own cards. So and I'm on the list now. They're amazing. So yeah. All right, everybody. Well, thanks so much for being here, and we will see you soon.